Alright, I'm not gonna lie folks, this Incinerate build, this shit is rough. But, really into Incinerate, this should probably do the job. Yeah, this feels much better. Basically, it's just really just relying on X fails to carry you. And this pool right here is extremely necessary. See that damage? Just not good. Yeah, Incinerate needs a lot of love. I think burning builds in general struggle due to a lack of like multipliers. Just the fact that they can't crit, just like a crit, it's so easy for Sorcerer to get like near 100% crit. So like the second that's happening, you're immediately already in the hole, like 50% less damage just because you can't crit. The damage is slow. Especially Incinerate, you just kind of got to stand there. That's why I use Soulbrand. I'll go over the build after we do this. This has gone over a few iterations, so I stopped doing the I stopped doing the recap at the beginning as I was finding what works and what doesn't. Come on, X failed proc. As you can see though, it's not you know, compared to like Ball Lightning or Fireball or Blizzard, this build doesn't cook quite as hard. And actually, I normally don't grab the I normally don't grab the things, but it's Incinerate. I'm using everything at my disposal here. I think so. As it stands right now, this is going to be like a D tier build. That I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. Meteor's better. And like every other, this is Sorcerer's worst build. Just not even gonna lie. Don't let anybody tell you like, oh, insane build. This skill is not very good. Oh. And I actually do run the Asus boots on here, mainly because it gives me more crit damage for Burning Instinct, and because it gives me more crit. It gives me more crit damage for Burning Instinct, and it gives me crit chance for X-Falls. Incinerate does not benefit from attack speed or crit chance, but X-Falls does benefit from crit chance. So we want those X-Fal crits. It's also the same reason we take Flame Feeder over, say, Torch. Even though it's not helping, even though there's no multi that's helping Incinerate, we want our X-Fals to be huge. Honestly, out of all the iterations that I've tried, this one does feel the best. And I just got nuked somehow. Well, you know, we're leaving that one in there. Welcome to Incinerate. And it's going to spawn me all the way over here. Well, welcome to Incinerate, folks. You know, maybe one day, I don't know, it's gonna take a lot of buffs for this thing to become a powerhouse. But as it stands right now, it's not it. I haven't been seeing that many. So I think the thing with Incinerate, I'm gonna see. You'll have to test it for yourself. I haven't played this build enough to actually get a good judge of it. But the play might be to actually just spam it like this. I feel like I'm getting more firewalls when I do that. Because when I sit here and stand, I don't feel like I get many firewalls. It might be a lucky hit per cast type thing, but I feel like it would be a lucky hit, like when you look at it. See, it says 17% chance lucky hit. And I wouldn't put it past Blizzard to make it over the entire duration that you're holding. Never mind. That math wouldn't work. Anyways, if you spam cast it, you can get, feels like you can get more lucky hit procs. Probably because you're able to cast it more than once a second. Sometimes. Let me double check. Yeah, I just have a single. Let's see. Seeing if I had a macro on this right one. See how the boss damage is. You're getting some firewalls. The idea with the firewall is that maybe you'll get a lucky hit proc off the firewall. Let's see how it is holding it. Watching the health. Couple procs. Let's see what it looks like when I spam it. About the same. Kind of just fishing for X-Fail procs. When you're sitting in this channeling pool, you can kind of just chill for a minute. It's kind of nice. 300k, 250k. Kind of just chill. Definitely stronger builds out there, but if you like Incinerate, this will clear a T100 in 0 to 1 deaths. The build's pretty simple. I'll put a link in the description. I'll just go over it quickly. Ice Blades for cold damage for Talrasha. Ice Armor for a barrier, teleport for movement, and the damage reduction from the teleport. Flame Shield for just Flame Shield being dope. We have an Inferno for pulls. And then we have Incinerate as our main skill. We have a Fireball enchantment. That way, just when you do kill something, Fireball will explode and maybe kill something else. We have Firewall enchantment. Based on lucky hit from our burning to spawn a Firewall. That's got some decent lucky hit chance, 61%. So the idea is that maybe they will proc X fails. And then for the build, we have an Ever Living helmet. You could run a Shaco here if you want. I run a Soul Brand mainly, so when I'm sitting like this, I can hit Potion and get a barrier, and I can still cast. So that's really nice. Then we run standard. We just have gloves with Conflagration. It gives you more Incinerate damage. I was running Tibalt for a while, but just as you can see, you can look at the mana. The mana doesn't move. The damage is nice, but I felt like a sitting duck sitting there half the time. So I just wanted more DR. So I just went with some Disobedience Pants. That way I could also have Ever Living up here. Weird take, I went with the Asus Heirloom Boots, even though, as I said, Incinerate doesn't benefit from first attack speed or crit chance, but what does is X fails. So that's why we take this, just to give us like 30 to 40% crit. Next we have Flame Scar, mainly for the lucky hit chance with fire damage. Damage to burning, mana cost, 7 ranks Incinerate. Ain't no joke, it's also a wand, so that's perfect. Next we have just your standard focus. We have conceded. Uh, we take we take critical strike damage again for the X Files, and then honestly, the only really things that you need here are crit strike chance and cooldown reduction. The other two are really a flex. Like I don't think mana cost is needed. I don't even know if resource gen is always nice. You can keep that, but it's kind of flexible. You could have lucky hit restore. I think that's why I have it on here. That's why I usually never run out. But it's just cooking. So this one's pretty flexible. Then we have X-Files and Talrasha. Those make it pretty simple. And then for your amulet, you're looking for usually something like movement speed with mana cost reduction and total armor is good. You should be okay with armor if you're running. You need four armor rolls. An armor roll on your gear counts as one armor roll. So we have one here, and then we have a disobedience. Disobedience is 66%, so it counts as two. Because 29 plus 29 is 58. It's almost 66. So to hit the 13,300 armor, you need two armor rolls and the 66% disobedience. So the amulet's pretty open-ended. This is just the only amulet I have. But something like movement speed, mana cost reduction, and then you're looking for something like, say, Inner Flames or Endless Pyre. Those are fine. Inner Flames is good. I actually took points in Devouring Blaze just in case the X-Files procs on something that's mobilized. Not needed. So yeah, that's Incinerate. I will never main this build, but it's fun. It's fun to make stuff. So thanks for listening to me ramble. Build should be live in a bit. So good luck.